Yeah.
They
So
assume
that's
I've
all
done
they
the
have to
same.
go off
Yeah.
of.
So I've never blamed them. I've never been upset with them. Our relationship is amazing. My mom now, we have a very good relationship. So I don't blame them. It's the culture. It's what they know.
Yeah. That's cool. So how do you have of all of these things that you've been through, and like we're talking about the negative things, but I know that there's some amazing things that you've, experiences and stuff that you've had in your life. Like, what are some of those? Can you speak to that?
I mean, to be honest with you, I think only one thing that I love more than anything is obviously being a mom. Is probably the best gift anybody could ever give me.
Yeah. And how old is your daughter?
She's 4 years old.
Okay.
And so I think out of everything I went through, I would do it all over again if I can have her again.
Right.
You know, I think that's my blessing. That's what I live for. That's what I focus on, and that's what drives me to be a better person. Yeah.
And it's like our experiences shape us.
Yeah, it does.
As cliche and corny as it may sound, it's, you know, I like to think of it, some I think I heard from like Tony Robbins is life happens for you, not to you.
Yeah.
And it's just that shift of like, did these things happen to you or are they happening for you? And if you can look in that perspective, like I went through all these things, but now look at how amazing I can be for my daughter.
Yeah.
You know? And going through, and it all led to this thing that now is like your greatest joy.
And she's not going to be an arranged marriage, I'll tell you that right now.
Not happening?
Not happening.
All right, so let's get into the fitness things a little bit. How are you able to frame that? Like, instead of looking at it as like, because you could literally, it could be it's justified. Your parents, they could have said, you know, these things happen to me, like, I'm throwing in the towel, I'm giving up.
Yeah.
You know, and it's valid. Like, no one, I couldn't even imagine witnessing my daughter. I mean, now that you're a mom, could you imagine that? No. I mean, overcoming that?
Yeah.
You know, overcoming a lot of things that you've been through. What's the difference? Why do some people go one way and other people go another way?
Because some people don't have that. They don't have that drive. That I want to say too, information, right? I think everybody is born. When you're born, you're born. The information is given to you, and if you're in a culture, that's all you know. I think the difference is I'm more open to other cultures and other religions and other things where when you're born, if just hey, follow this way, this is a path you want to follow. A lot of people don't know how to walk in other path with that straight line, right?
Well, I mean, I'm talking about things like those traumatic experiences, like overcoming those, like not succumbing to them and using that as like an excuse to go through life and expect everything from everyone, but to like go out and actually make life happen despite these traumatic things that you've been through.
Because I love life too much. I think for me is a driver for me to want more, right? I'm not going to sit at home and be feeling sorry for myself. I'm going to get out there and enjoy the life that I have. And if that means working harder or doing whatever I have to do to succeed, that I will.
Because you know what, it could be a lot worse.
It could be a lot worse. I can still
like
be
you
living.
just feel blessed to be here.
I'm 100% every single day. I'm blessed to wake up every day.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So.
That is awesome. All right, let's just touch on some fitness stuff real quick. How did you find Perpetual Fitness?
So, Daphne, if you're listening.
Shout out to Daphne.
Shout out to Daphne. She's actually, I worked out with her a couple other places, and I said, hey, you know, I really want to find something new that's challenging. And she said, try this one.
Wait, when were you working out at these places? Because I know she wasn't at 5:30 a.m.
Well, she wasn't, that's for sure. She was at sometime 4:30, 5:30 at different places.
Okay.
So,
because you were doing like twice a day or something, right?
Yeah, I was doing twice a day.
Okay.
So we ended up meeting each other, and she actually mentioned Perpetual Fitness.
I mean, you can tell us where you're at. I don't care.
Okay. We're at title boxing, and then she also did that purple place. I'm gonna say the wrong name.
The purple place.
It's like 24-hour.
Planet
Fitness.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so there I saw her those two places. So that's when we started being friends, and she mentioned here, and she wanted me to try, so I tried the first class with her.
Okay. And what did you think after your first class?
I loved it. Actually, my first class, I met actually Mara. Shout out to Mara. I saw this badass woman do some pull up, and I said, I want to be like her one day.
Have you ever talked to Mira about her story?
No, I'm gonna.
Cool story too.
Oh, I'm gonna have to.
There's a lot of similarities, a lot of parallels between you guys. As she's another badass woman that just gets her shit done.
She is so badass. So my first day, I met her, and you know when your first day at a gym or anywhere, you're scared, right? Because you don't know anybody else. And we were doing some of the workout, and she stopped what she was doing to help me. And I'm like, wow, you're gonna mess up your numbers because there's a number. The clock is ticking, and you should be getting your number. But she didn't even care, right? She was too busy trying to get a band for me and help me do pull-ups, and you know, it's like. And everybody said, you know, she's a coach here too. I'm like, wow, this is the type of people I want to be around. Because she cared about me, and she knew her numbers were gonna keep on going, which means she's gonna drop in a score, but she didn't care, right? She stopped everything she's doing to help me, and I really appreciate that. So.
I appreciate that too, Mira.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Was it a 5:30 a.m. class?
No, it was actually a 5:30 p.m.
Who was
class.
coaching? Do you know?
You were coaching.
I was coaching? Okay.
Yeah, you were coaching. Yeah. I remember you asked me to do like only 60%. And I think it went like 90.
Yeah, I do remember that.
You can't tell me to 60% when I'm trying to be a badass.
I think I realized that too, like real quick. I'm like, yeah.
She can't slow down.
Yeah, she's not going that fast here. All right, so was it one of those things where you like hooked right away? You're like, this is exactly what I've needed or been looking for? Or what were your initial thoughts?
What I love about it is the time. You're competing with people, but you're all competing with yourself. And what I love about it is I'm competing with myself. So I give myself a goal and a target. I want to get there. So yes, I am competing with the people around me too, but I get to compete with myself. Yeah. So I get to beat my score, and I love that. And I was like, wow, I never had that before. This is amazing.